Hello everyone, welcome back. I literally want to finish this build, so I'm gonna go ahead here and see what happens. So we're gonna go ahead and try and get the waist section done. I want to do as accurately as possible here. Let's try and get this set up and done. I think it's gonna probably be about that, right? The idea is to make that a little bit bigger, so it's about there, I reckon. And then we sit that back in position just for the time being, and then we work off that. So I swear there is actually something like that will work. It's either that or I try and put another one of the pieces in position. Hang on. Maybe that one. So if I do that, and then rotate it. Oh, I see. Okay, so that might be a little bit more awkward because of some of the detailing. So if I do that. Trying to see whether this works like it used to, because you used to be able to just do the same by pulling off that. It's either that or I go have a look at how I did the RX-78 because of this being all kinds of crazy. Yeah, because that looks super squished now as a result. You have to go back in and then down. Yeah, that's gonna have to be edited, I think. Hang on. The RX-78 one that I did should be the definitive way of doing this, really, I think, for me. You can see it's even there. I think I've done it pretty much the same way there. I'll double check the Pale Rider one soon. Yeah, it's the same setup. Let's check it out. Okay. Hey, Damon. More M.A.S.S builder. Yeah, I need to flip. Well, I do like the head unit that you did, Damon. It looks awesome. Let's see, we got A. Let's see, A. B. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, so A's the bottom. B's the... C is for the bottom, okay. D is for underneath. E is for on top. Okay, so I did do it that way. Hang on. I just had an idea, like, what are the things there? I definitely used that one. What's the 111, 135, 50? Oh, I see. I've pushed it inside the, like, as far as it can go. That's that one. I love the way I'm just pulling this apart right now, but it's no big deal. That's what cleans it. That's what cleans it up, is that one. Because if I don't do that, then that's just in there like that normally. Okay. Yeah, it does. That part does come out a bit more. I just need to set it up with the pelvis, though. this one down here. Which I did set up. Then we do that. We have it go, I'd argue like that, and then like that. And then turn it so it's flat. That's what the problem was. Right? And then we do A to go over the top of it. And then we go... Idea being that that goes down and goes...
Amazon Prime Day is from the
that moment where it's just like, so anyway, you can do advertisements if you want on your music. I'm like trying to run stuff in the background, it's just running ads on it. Goddamn YouTube. Right, so we've got... It needs to come out to about there, I reckon. Only because then I can do the same with this. I can just be like... Oh. Oh, I know how that's done as well. I've rotated it slightly. That moment where you've not done something in ages and it's just like, dude, what are we doing here? It's because I need to roll that. So it fits properly. That's how it goes. Alright. We don't need to do any more detailing because this is a simplified version. All we need to do is get the main details on here. So like for instance, because this is simplified, we can go ahead and add in the front pieces. It's like these bits. I'll add those bits. Actually, it might be better if I leave those out. I'll tell you the reason why in a moment. I will, however, put the flat on. Because the flat helps go there, right? The reason for that, is when we rotate it and bring it back this way, the flat will actually make up the red bit. Right? And then the D is going to be the smallest square section that I use here. Again, the reason for something like that is just to fill in these little gaps and things. Right? So we've got that. But I was going to fill this in, and then I thought, no, it's going to be better if I do it this way, right? We keep this clear, but we add in the details for it, right? So like, for instance, normally on this, it would have different details. We need something like that because of the way that the pelvic detail goes there. And we're going to use this to try and camouflage the main section here just a little bit. Even if it doesn't look absolutely amazing, as long as we try. We go from about there, right? As long as it takes your eye mainly off here, and I can layer something under that as well because of how the design is. So we can bring that up a little bit. Bring it more in line with that. Right? And then bring that out. Hell, I could probably bring it all the way down on the green. Right? Try and have this for the most part replicate the same kind of details, just in slightly different ways. So if I do that, and then do the other one that's behind it, that's more rounded. I might try the rounded one as just like that. It's basic, but it might work. The idea being if I can just get the other details to kind of blend in, then it's not too bad. So I'm gonna roll that. I'm gonna try making that longer, right? And I'm gonna try pushing it this way. The idea being that if it clips through, it's fine. The hell? Oh, I'm just getting adverts here. I'm just gonna turn that off. I honestly thought I would be able to enjoy music there on YouTube, but YouTube's just not having any of it. YouTube be like, so anyway, you want to enjoy music in the background of your stream? How about no? Up there. Try and see about these little details. Let's try that. And then I need to bring that down. Idea being I'm trying to roll this so it's kind of like the detail a little bit that's already on the suit. Just trying to at least do something about this godforsaken armor that's here, but it's not working. I might just do that. Just have that done. Just be like, bam, there we go. Just do that. It's like the worst cover-up ever. But I mean, at least it's better than actually seeing the the grey bit underneath, right? Especially if I just make it as thin as possible. And then try and cover up the rest with the other section. If I do that, kind of clean, kind of not. The idea is to try and make it look a little bit like it's merged in with the part next to it. Okay, that looks a little bit better, right? If I place that there and just reset that and do the same thing with that, and go down there like that. Right? And then we can just rotate that ever so slightly. And then the last bit can just be like the grey undersection, which I think I might be able to do if I just remove that. That kind of looks accurate. Better than nothing. Based off the actual design, that's rough. Do you have Spotify? Yeah, but Jen's using it, and it's no big deal at the moment. It's not like I desperately need it. Back, funny enough, the back is literally just the same. It's just a case of rotation. We'll go for a 90 here. Right. Bring that in a little bit. And then do that. That literally should just be it for the back. I'm gonna keep those back plates the way they are just because of how it is. It's rough doing this design, but the alternative is to like not do the design. I'd rather only give in like slight areas like this compared to you know, just not doing the suit. So it's not too bad. It could be better, but it could be a hell of a lot worse. Yeah. Let's rotate that slightly. I love the way I've just seen like how far this goes down. That's fine. Because then I just need to go back on the blue axis basically. And on this one a tiny bit. Didn't even know that was a thing until I looked at it just, so it's actually kind of funny. And then I can literally just do the last bit with the last set of armor here. I figure I just do this. That covers up most of that. Alright. And then let's see. That and that need to be that military green. That and that need to be the red. Like a dark red, like that one. Just realized if I get this done in the way that I want, I could potentially do the manhunters as well. That would be funny. Right, torso. There are a bunch of like different ways I can do stuff on this build once it's done, so that's gonna be fun. Right. And then this is gonna be roughly about that. I'm gonna pitch it about there, back and then up. That works. Bring that in slightly, or just move the blue in just ever so slightly. Adjust mirror. Here we go. This is looking good so far. Okay. We'll also deliberately try and make use of some of the armor here. Let's see. Nah, it's not good enough. It'd be good if it was, but it's not. Let's see. Might be able to use that double of those for the front, maybe? Or, let's see. Normally I build it out of other pieces. See how I've done things on the RX-78, because that'll probably work. Or even this. Just have a look at the Thunderbolt. Yeah, it is the second one. And then the... Nothing for that? Okay. And then we've got... Okay. Yep, I know those two. What about these ones? Okay, so that's fine. What's here? It's literally just D and then A on top of each other. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Let's try it at that angle. Then it goes. Oh, hang on. It's about there. It goes forwards. About there, roughly. Oh. We'll drop the... Oh, there we go. Drop that a little bit. I can drop A to B there, and then just adjust it. I think that'll work. I think. That's not actually too bad for the shape, though. I swear, man, these shapes are just so nice to use like this. Right? I could do it like that, but it might be better just going like that and then doing that. Right? And then we do a long red one over the top of that. Right? And we'll put that roughly like that. Right? Bring that out. Bring it down. That should technically be what I need. Even do that with it just to make sure. Right? And then we can build up the torso. I need at least 2 of each, so I need where is it? I need that. And the idea is building armor around which one was it? That one? That motor, it won't show me the armor parts for a sec. It's fine. That one? Building armor around that is normally good. And then we just go that one, right? This works for most fatty stuff. If I remember rightly, you just do it that way. And then down. Trying to remember just the angle of this. Hang on. Because we're so close to getting this done. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Does that even apply for the... Yeah, it does. Okay. That moment where I keep going to the Pale Rider just to make sure. Yeah, so what we do is we have that limb cover, and if I just rotate it for a sec. Yeah, so it's on there, and it's slightly sticking out, and then that bit goes in. That's fine. So it's that bit. And then it's just... Go to 90. Bring it up. And it literally just goes there. Just need to tweak the values here a little bit. Yeah, that's roughly about it. Just got to bring that out a little bit at the bottom. And then we just do the same with B. Just mirror A. And then for the torso, we just do that, but underneath. So I just need that. And then I just go like this. Oh no, it's going to be that way. Rotate like that. And then we just... Nope. That's because of the way that I had that placed there. That way. Okay. And then we just bring that down. Ooh. And then we just bring that over the top as well, just to make sure everything's fine. Now, as you can see, we're getting that kind of like detail that we want there now. Kind of makes that bit a bit bulky. Let's check this out. And then, if we want to straighten that out a bit, we don't need to straighten it out really around the back, but for like straightening it out around the front, we can. Always just use a singular piece to flatten it. I just try that. Then if I want, I can just... that roughly about there. Oh. Trying to get this set up in just the right way. I just move that there. Up there, and then we just need to move that back a little bit. For some strange reason, it is rotated more than I expected on one axis. I'm not quite sure which one. Maybe that one? Yeah, that one. So now if I go... I do that. Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted. And then I can just bring that up a little bit. That should work out there for the bottom. And then I can paint that. So that fills in that pretty nicely. And then I just need to fill in the torso here. Which is all going to be done on A and B here. Let's try and get this done as easily as possible. Try doing this and just see whether this works, right? Oh, wrong way. Right, and then we'll just bring that down. Which way is it? That way. Needs to be slightly more rotated. On there. And then we just go down one, I think. Starting to look like we're getting there. This way's fine. It's on the other direction because I still got to put the collar on. I feel like that's a little bit too high up for the collar. I feel like maybe that's kind of good. And then I just build around that. With the actual other bits, I'm probably gonna have to lower the scale just a little bit. And then readjust again. That's not too bad. Right, and then C to D. So I can roll this, take it down. And then go back here with it. And then it's literally just a case of... Oh. Trying to make sure it fits in just there. Oh. Come on now. Trying to get this just right. Such a pain in the ass, but once you've done it, it's satisfying to see. Like, I wouldn't say that was bad there. Then for the torso, if I need it, because there's one last part in that torso section, I could technically use that on there as well. And to fit that in there and really finish it in. Do like that, and just go... Oh. Right. And then we can just adjust that. Suddenly went to like 200. I'm like, wait, what? Let's try. Oh, it's so close. There. right? That seals in the torso there. You have an interesting... Oh, I have an interesting way of doing the torso, says Damon. Nice. Because that covers all of that, right? Then we just need the upper armor for around the neck, right? Of which we just flip and use the other armor that we were using before. So just this, literally. Like even this works pretty much. Just throw that in, right? Where is it? Rotate. Bring it up. Rotate it so it's fully facing forwards. Rotate the pitch of it. Bring it over. Drag it down so it's roughly about there. Bring it out so it's more like that. And then increase the length of it as well. It's been a bit funny. I think it might need to be that one. I'm trying to remember, there is a specific one that you can do. It's really easy. Let's try... That's the... Oh, I see. It's the wrong way. Hang on. That way, then that way. This way. There we go. And then, where are you? Specific controls. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's that done. Ma'am. Just make that a little bit wider just in case. Right. We don't need to do any neck armor. It's literally just the shoulders and then the head now. Let's see what Damon's put here. Ooh, nice. Yeah, because you've got vents in it. That's cool. I like that. Oh. I was just looking at some stuff that have been posted in the Discord as well. Oh, we like the way that... Yes! I'm just trying to figure out the shoulders now. The shoulders I try and make as simple as possible normally. Oh, that's going to be a pain. That's going to be a pain because of the shape. The only other thing I can think of is literally just taking the easiest approach. Let's see what they've got in terms of base armor for this. Maybe that's better as an Under Armour. Definitely seems like it. And then it's just a case of, like, trying to figure out the right shapes. Because normally, I'd use something like that. I'm wondering whether... This is a complex shape that we gotta do. I reckon if I can use that. Where is it? Try to turn it on its other axis. Trying to see whether doing that and then manipulating it some way would probably help. Not too sure. Just doing that might even work, and then just rotating it slightly. No. I was looking at that angle in particular, because the angle itself literally looks like a mixture between two armors at the beginning. Where is it? Just trying to see if there's any other ones that look kind of similar. Like, there's that. That literally looks pretty much like it. The only way I can think of doing that specific joint, the way that it's done there, would literally be to kind of do the same thing I have been doing with everything else, where it's you take that, take the easier one, right? And you mess around with it and get it where you need to. So say, for instance, it literally looks like that, and then you just make it wider, right? Now, if we then take that and just go like this, right? The reason for that is because then the lines are clearer. It'd have to be literally in two parts. It'd literally have to be like that, right? And then the other section would have to be the square part. So if we did that, we'd have to have that. And then A would have to be B as well, for the sake of parts alignment. Take that. Add the square. Have the square go as much as possible. See if that works. And then try not throw up looking at the disgusting mess that you've made. That definitely works alongside the top there. Or maybe the, even that one. And then just make that go... no. Just trying to think. Okay, let's see. Maybe Panzer HUC shoulders. Limb cover 09. That one. I think. Oh no, that's L. Oh no, wait. Which one's 09? Oh, the, 09. 708, 09. Oh, that one. Ooh, just give me a sec. Yeah. Kinda works. The problem is the overall shape. Like, hang on. That one wouldn't even work either because of the shape there. Like, normally I simply just do that. It's a very awkward shape to work with. I'm wondering. No, there isn't any. I was trying to think of if there's a mix. This set of limbs, because I'm looking at the Type D Jegan here. This is such a pain right now to try and figure out. The only other thing that I can think of would literally be to do something like that. Right? Where we just have this sunk in there, right? Bring it in as much as we can, so say like there. And have that fill in for the detail as much as possible. Hang on. The only problem is the rotation of it. And then build around it. The problem is the details don't match and that you'd then have clipping through the shoulder like that. It's such a pain in the ass. Like, even if I was to do... What kind of lunatic made the space mech mint green? Trying to see... If I can do, like, A to B again, I'm trying to see, like, how big I can make B. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw that then. If you adjust the alignment there, you can actually make that pretty big. So it might just be the alignment of stuff. I think I'm on something. Hang on. Wait, if I do that, then this. I try and do that there, right? Because I can make the rest of it if I have to some other point. Right. I need to know if that syncs up there. Because I feel like that's kind of getting there. Let's try and... Oh. It's ever so fine tweaking here. Because I figured that is it. You know. That's basically it. Or at least it's as good as I feel like I can get it. So if I just copy like A to C here. And then B to D. Align on the green. I figured that works. And then I need something that looks like the over bit. Hang on. Maybe I use one of the ammo containers just because of how it is. Or what looks like an ammo container. Hang on. It's either that or I can use that. That might work. See about the ammo container first. Where is it? It's like that, basically. The idea is because then it's got that detail running across the top. Kinda matches the armor a little bit. I feel like we might be getting there. Right, and then we just... Oh, no. That's what I wanted, right? And then I feel like it's that kind of detail running across there that we need. We obviously filled that in like that by making it bigger. And then bring it out and down. About there roughly, right? And I just need to potentially bring it back in so I can put the boosters on it. Oh, crap. Because the idea is to then put the booster looking things at the sides. We got I'll even try and smooth that out because just how it looks pretty bad right now. I used to do this trick with the basics here. Try and see if it'll work. Actually, maybe that'll work instead of that. Hang on. So I'm thinking a little bit too crazy here. Maybe if I go back to my old tricks. Where is it? That one. When I finish my Jegan, I'm 100% making the ghost Jegan. I'm gonna try like every variant. That's the idea at least. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. The idea is to try and get this thing to fit within this kind of confine where you can bring it up. And it kind of works, but it's not at the moment for obvious reasons. Just gotta tweak it and play around with it and see what happens. Because that doesn't look too bad in terms of detail. Oh, forgot I'm messing around with it. So if I do that and then push it down. That's kind of getting there. I feel. Because that kind of fills in that area, and then if I just push this like this way, slightly. What are you thinking, Damon? That doesn't look too off at the moment. Let's try and... Because that then allows me to do those thruster sections there off that pretty easily. Like, what's E then? Wait, what? How have I... Okay. If I set the thrusters on there now, how's that going to look? Right, if I go like this, right? And I do that. And then I copy F to G. Oh, hang on. Ah, I accidentally opened Blender. That moment where I was checking DMs, and then I checked Blender, and Blender's just opened. It's like, no! That moment where you just randomly on stream and Blender's like, surprise, cockbag. Cheers, Blender. Blender jump scare. Oh, dude, that's not actually that far off. I'm gonna take that. I'm sorry, but I'm taking that. I'm having that. That was so hard to get done in the first place. But I'm taking that. Okay. It's not the best, but trying to make that goddamn shape is terrible. Let's just see how this looks. Oh no, I just forgot. I'm gonna need to lower them as well. You need to lower the shoulders because of the head unit. Because otherwise it looks totally crazy and looks like something out of Mass Builder. Where's the... Like, that looks kind of okay there. I just need to do the stuff a little bit lower. Just a teensy bit, and then away we go. I do like how that's looking, though, at the moment. Doing the head unit is going to be a pain in the ass. Getting these shoulders to come down a little bit more is going to be even worse. Reason why is because I don't like the way that it looks at the moment, so we can just decal clear all. Shoulders are fine like that. Hips are fine like that, right? The only problem with the shoulders, I've ran into this problem before with mobile suits, is if you don't adjust them to be further down, they look like they're really far up. It needs to be like that, really. Right? And then we need to bring everything down. That just looks a little more in line with the overall design. Yeah. Head time! Should be able to do this. Let's see. Which armor did I used to use for the back of the head originally? That moment where he's actually going to show his head unit off and potentially not have it screw up. Although saying that, I've probably jinxed it. Oh. Let's move this back. Put that about there. Roughly. We can bring that in if we want. Also, it doesn't need to be all the way back there. We can... It just needs to cover the back. Right? Next bit. Let's do the overall head here. Did I actually ever do it like that after a certain time? I think I actually used to do it this way instead. Let's... I'm trying to remember. It was that one. If I remember rightly. And then that way? Just need to play around with this now. Ooh. Need to bring that forward a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting there. I need that to be there. That to be rotated a little bit more. Try to remember how I used to do it in like 2 parts or less. Hang on. That needs to be more forwards. That's not going to be for that bit. It's going to need to be there roughly. That's going to need to be brought like that. It's been a long time. Right. I think that's roughly about right. Because then we literally just go. Let's just. Ooh. Okay. So that's that. Pretty much done. Let's take off that crest now if I can. I'll put that one up now. Keep that one on for the time being. Right, so do the head camera bit, of which that would normally be the these bits. Okay. About that. And that roughly. And then we just adjust. Based on height. Oh. Adjust. There we go. Try and have that a little bit more this way, and then I can. About there is probably good. Probably. Looks kind of alright based off that, and then I just need to make it slightly bigger. Right? And then, let's see. Face mask, because I'm not doing anything about the face mask yet. That looks like an easy one to build off. The thing is, it pushes the face out too much. Way too much. That one helps. What about if I did something like that? I did something like that and then pitched it, right? Brought it back in, brought it down to about there. And then we go... No, because we have the extra detail. Ooh, no. Let's take the side armor off first. Because we don't need that anymore. At least I don't think we do. We can put that one on if we want. So I'm gonna need to do the sides of the head, which normally end up being something that's looking a lot like this. But depending on the shape, could probably do that. That would work, I think. If you kept it like that, and then just brought that forwards, brought it out, down there. I feel like that might work if you play around with it a bit. So like... See how that looks. Not too bad. I copy B to C. I feel like that shouldn't be big like that. I feel like... Ooh, that should be further back based off the head above. So then we've got this sort of issue that we need to solve where we can kind of get away with that. Right, that doesn't look too bad so far. Might need to make the bit slightly... Hey, Sky. Might need to make that slightly smaller, so that. Or push it up. Right? I just had one of the scariest things happen to Sky. Wait, what? You okay? Actually, that might need to be... Okay. Let me do the fake visor. Which could literally be anything. Let's have a look and see how Damon did it again. Just for inspiration. Mass builder. I got ran into my car by a child on a bike? Damon, what did you use for the bottom of the face? Like the, not the red part of the chin, you know, the visor and the green bit. I'm trying to map out the parts, whether it was one of these armor bits or what. It kind of looks a little bit like one of these in here. I feel like it's probably one of these. I'm not too sure though. Probably that one. C4 and C5. Yeah, I thought so. A 14-year-old child. While I was getting into my driveway, she's... Dude. Yeah, just be glad it wasn't serious. God damn. Or, I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Oh my god. That would... No joke, I've always said multiple times, like, I dare not hit anything, including, or obviously, hopefully not a child. That would have scared the living daylights out of me. I'd be an absolute mess after that, I think. A scrape on the knee, and the ride took the brunt of it. Oh, dude, you were so lucky. So goddamn lucky. I can see why you're freaking out, you know. In my 25 years of driving, this is the first time I've had an accident where I was the one to blame. Oof. Let's see if that's right, because... No, it's not. It's the other way around. Ooh. I'm trying to get an idea of where this goddamn... Is that 5? It might be that one. The part of the visor is triangular box 1. I'm trying to figure out what you used for the mouth guard. I think it might be like that, right? Going to the extreme or something. I'm not quite sure. Kind of looks like it. It's hard getting a match on it. Triangular box 1. Try bevel. No. Excuse me. Try point, try square. Piece separate. Cough box. Triangle box, what? Oh, okay. Builder of the M.A.S.S. I have no idea how to adapt this to prevent my driving from happening again. Go as slow as you can. 05 for the mouth guard. Okay, okay. Two-eye Damon. Like, no matter what, even around schools, even if they say, like, your speed limit is, like, 20 or something, do way below. Like, I've been doing that recently. Like, when I've been near a school, even with Rachel, I've been deliberately making sure I don't do anything remotely near the speed limit. Yeah. I was probably going 5 or 10 when I pulled into my driveway. 5. 5, like, put your warnings on. You know, when you reverse them. Sounds crazy, put your warnings on. So your warning lights are going off. Oh. Because that's what I've been doing. And, like, every time I reverse now, I put the warnings on and make sure people know damn well that I'm here, you know. What the... I have literally no idea what I could have done. I didn't even reverse. Oof. Trying to figure out how Damon's done this, because this looks beveled more than mine does. What the actual... That moment where I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm just like, what? Unless... Has he? Have you... Hang on. No, he can't have rotated it like that. That moment where this just has me stumped at the moment. She hit me in the back of the car. It's literally like she wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Children can be crazy like that and not pay attention. Let's see here. Let's copy C to D. I still can't figure out how to improve from here. The thing is, from what you've said, you did everything correctly, you know. Like, that'd even have me stumped, because I've been driving for significantly less time. And I'd still say that in that situation, you did everything right, you know. Like, if you're already driving as slow as you can possibly go, or almost as slow as you can possibly go, then I personally don't think there's anything more that can be done other than just trying to look around multiple times, maybe. But even then, it's like, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. That is, that needs to be up there. I'm so glad she's okay. Did send you some images, says Damon. Ooh, let's work this out together then. Because I'm gonna have to figure out that head crest as well. Right, my man sends me some images. Let's see. Right. Huh. Okay. First one is 4, second one is 05. Okay, so C. Right, let's see if this works. Faceplate. Wait a minute. Having to go backwards and forwards here is a bit of a pain, but adjust. '04, so '04 being that one. Right, so let's adjust this. Took care of her injury. Nasty scrape on her knee, cleaned up bandages. Called her dad, drove home. Met dad, everyone was chill about the whole thing. They probably were. They probably just turned around. Like, this is just me guessing, just being like, dude, seriously? It's just a bump? You're all good, you know? 5, 40, 46. Okay, let's try that. 5, 40, 46. Huh. Okay, and then you've placed that roughly in there, like, but that, how have you filled in that gap there then? Interesting. Is that, is my head unit too small or what? Hang on. I'm gonna have to do that. The problem is if I do that, it makes it too big. Roughly about there works. Hang on. This is going to need to be adjusted, I feel. That there doesn't seem too bad. And then if I rotate it slightly, that matches. The problem is that... Damon, are you seeing the problem here? I think I might be able to do this a different way. Hang on. Because I think the Pale Rider heads are kind of similar. Right? Because the Pale Rider head, I'd argue, it's kind of the same. Yeah, that's definitely the same way I've done that. That's fine. Ah, right. So I've done that for there. I'd argue that if I dropped these, that would look like a Jegan slightly. Because where I have this set up now, G and H, right? If I drop G and H slightly, would you look at that? Okay. What did I use for the main visor? F. Oh. Okay, that's smart. How's your hands doing? Fine, fine, surprisingly. I'm actually happy about it as well. That's why I'm still on, you know. I figured I'd get this suit done and then call it and then do like some chill out stuff for like the rest of the week and stuff. So this here, the idea of it is to push it in as much as possible. Ooh, come on. Ah, there we go. That's how I needed it, right? And then we're gonna build this up similar to the other one. But first, we're gonna get that visor in place, which I think was that one or that one. Might have been that one based off shape. Right, and then we'll just... Ooh. Dude, if I can get this right, I'm going to be so goddamn happy. Like, Dave, it would have been so easier if you'd have had the newer versions of M.A.S. Builder, because then you could have used the part swapper to just take the Pale Rider head, and it's like, yeah, I know. Because the Pale Rider head would have worked fine, like, out the get-go. Would have been good. But yeah, it's sucks that I can't use that. At the same time, it's not too bad. Done it once, I can do it again. If I can't, I'm not a good builder, basically. Right, let's try and position that in such a way that it looks okay, and then we just... like that, to try and cover it up. Did you see the Killer Bean game? Yeah. That's crazy. Right, because I used fins for this part, like the... well, actually not fins, I used the other bits. Where was it? Here. There. I used that, if I remember rightly. Something similar. I'm just going to have a quick look, because it looks like that. It just looks similar. Actually, hang on. I think I know how I've done that based off... it almost looks like that, right? And then you just... yeah, it is that. Just hear me out, right? Do that. And then we... well, that's actually not that bad. I don't mind that. That's a pretty nice way of doing it. Okay, okay. I can vibe with that. Just need to rotate a little bit. It gives us those points. And then we can push that in, because that was, if I remember rightly, the Pale Rider heads, it was those into the point on the inside Ah, there we go. That's where it was. Yep. So it was cheeks. Give me them cheeks. There. It's that one. That way. To make up the cheek part. And then I can put the other bits around it. I'll try and do exactly the same. So I can do the simplified bits around the other bits once I have these on. I love the way it's literally just a sphere at the moment. It's fine. It's no big deal. Dude, trying to get this done is crazy. It's that one. Right? And specifically, it's that way. And then mirror B across. And it's that way. That more I'm like trying to. There we go. There we go. Oh, no, hang on. God damn it. I messed up there. I just do that, right? And I just rotate it. Now. That goes to that side, fine. Right? That's what it was. That's fine. That is what I wanted. Right? The idea is you take that. We bring this in. We play around with this a little bit. And this is going to be a interesting build. Why is it that, like, all of the EFF stuff is, like, super awkward? I didn't think it would be as awkward as Zaku's and everything, but it is. It still is. Right. So I need to go that way. Not 100% that way, but enough that when I go like this, not too bad. Right. Can I go down there? Ah, there we go. There we go. We're getting there. I need that to be like that, really, and then I just need to pitch down. Okay. Okay. Copy B to C. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Right, and then we did a bunch of, I think it was these. Oh, can I just... right? Oh. Trying to figure out how I did this Pale Rider face now, because I remember it took me forever to do, and it's just like, it's almost there, man. If I could just copy the head off it, and like everything else would be fine. I remember it took so long to do one of these head units. It was like a good, like, entire day, I think it was, modeling it. It has to go into the point. The point being the point being H. No? Hang on. D? G. Ah, there it is. The back of the head looks awesome. Right, so I need that one. And then we can go from there. No, why did I just... God damn it. I'm sat here like freaking out because I just want to get the suit done now. It's so close. So close! Especially because, like, the tension's on. I'm on stream. I never normally do these things on stream. You know. Wait, so if I... This is a reason why I never used to do them on stream, is just because of how goddamn hard it is to get them to look good. No. Like, this tension, man. If it looks crap on stream, well then you've cocked it up, you know. I feel like these are brought back a little bit more because of the way that they go in. Ah. Which sounds crazy, considering there probably is a better, more elaborate way of doing these without them looking quite so bad. Maybe I do it just like that and don't focus too much on the upper, because I feel like I'm focusing way too much on the upper right now, and the upper's hardly going to be seen, especially if I was to place it back here and then have it go in like that, because essentially it's all it's got to do is block off that, and then this is going to get blocked in by another another thing. Yeah, no, I don't normally stream stuff like when I've been doing stuff like this, just because it really is too awkward, and I don't like showing me failing on stream. As crazy as that sounds. You know. Let's do align B with C. Oh, come on. It doesn't help that I'm coughing as if I've smoked like a ton of cigarettes when I haven't. I don't know, man. It's got a really bad cold at the moment. Well, let's try and see if this works, because I remember having to mess around with it a bunch. That shape is such a pain. Like, it is maddening. The only thing I can think about is doing Damon's trick there. If I do, like, let's see. See? Hey. Excuse me. If I make that one, that other one now. 5. I think it was. And I put that there, that might work, and then I can just, like, mess around with the other thing. 40. 45, maybe? Let's bring that in. Kind of can tweak that, actually. That might work. If I can... not so sure about that bit. Let's try and just get down a little bit. It's so close to being there. That's the worst bit, but it's the angle of the head as well. Let's try. This is the bit that I don't like showing, because it's just me pissing around for like ages trying to figure the right thing out. That might work. That would need to be thinner, probably about there. But if I could get that to work, that might not be too bad. I need to have that go down, though. Oh. Like that, possibly? Maybe? No. Just looking at it, it's... like that. If I can get that to work... then I'll be happy. I think I might be able to as well. It might be the rotation of B and C here. Right, if I... actually, it might not even be the rotation. Can I just, like... throw these? Because I'm going to cover them up anyway, right? If I throw them in... at this kind of... angle... because that goes up until there, and then I'm going to get another bit over there. I am so lost at the moment in the... in just all of this. Right, there's that drop. While only having a little bit of one, it's at least decent enough. Question is, can we fix the side of the head? Think we can if we use simple stuff. So like, for instance, if I was to do the same stuff I've been doing for the other builds. And I just started doing this kind of stuff. So if it lines up roughly about there, I'll be happy. I just need to make sure it covers certain details. It needs to go. Oh, less in there. Needs to rotate slightly, and it needs to pitch down to follow that. Right? Still looking crap at the moment. Really, really bad. It's that bit there, but maybe it's because I've not put the visor on as well. Back the head. Not too bad. Just need to... Ooh. Tweak the angle of things a little bit. And then push in. Tweak the angle. Maybe mess around with the visor as well later on. Let's copy D to E. See whether that helps. Okay. And then let's see how you've done that. That little detail. Oh, I see. You've used... Okay. Okay. Maybe I try and do that a different way. Maybe I literally just do that. And slap that there. Let's see. If I put it like that. And then we go back. This is incredibly simplifying it. But not too bad. If I do that. Drag it up. And then go like that. Come on. Come on. That's not that bad. Oh. Oh, that is. Okay. I think if I do that just for the sake of having potentially a jewel on the end, that's that bit set up at least. Actually, maybe a little bit more just for the sake of it. I'll have it do that. Right. Now, I need to cover up the front there. Right. You get into a car and sometimes you just go... Sounds crazy. I wonder. If I do that, and then... About there? I've done this several times with different parts. I'm still trying to remember which one it was. I think it might be that one. There is a specific way of placing this thing so that it looks more natural. Oh. Honestly, maybe? No. Who am I kidding? That might work. Not so sure about that one. No. 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 Okay, so it's gonna be maybe something like that. If I can... do like that. Push down. Widen. Then rotate. Push down. Okay, okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, yep, hang on. We good? No, that's not good. That's not good at all. Damn it. That moment where I thought I had it, I'm like, come on, we're almost there. Oh. That's the wrong one, that's why. Maybe that one. Across. Down. Okay, not too bad. The problem is the way that it stretches round. That's a pain in the butt. So then when you try and put that across there, it doesn't quite fit. Ah, that's the worst thing ever. Oh, no, wait. Dude. Fuck. Seriously. Seriously, why is it that I always find these things like last minute? I swear it was that for the original. There we go. There we go. It's taken me ages to re-find it. But this was the original plate that I used ages ago. There it is. There it is. This is looking like a brute from Halo. So the way that this works, this part in particular, is I just need to get it sorted just right. Too low down and it looks too aggressive. Too high open, it just looks stupid. You gotta get it just right. Just made homemade fish and chips. Dude, jealous. See, because that is going to make it too ridiculous. Because, like, I could just throw that down, right? But the problem is how aggressive it looks. The only other way you could mess around with it is by throwing it on back to front, but I don't even know whether that works. like because of the way that that is. Let's try it for a laugh. I've never done it myself, so oh. No, that doesn't work like that. It's so goddamn close, though. I know it's literally something like that. I'm gonna check the Gundam head. You know, the original Gundam head, because I can probably... It's either that, or I go for the Pale Rider style head again. Hang on. There's the Thunderbolt, right? Thunderbolt's arguably one of the best Gundams I've ever made. There's that head unit, like I was saying. It has to be in a certain point. But it doesn't look like it's going to work. So there's only one other thing that I can turn to now for that very similar thing, and that's the Pale Rider yet again. Because it uses freaking similar setup with its flip down thing, but it's literally just using the rounded pieces there. So I'm going to try that. Did not think this build would take so goddamn long. Like, technically, I wanted to go to bed early, and I can't because of this. God damn it. Legit was supposed to be in bed like 40 minutes ago. I'm really annoyed now. Try that. See how this goes. Homemade chips are way better compared to chip shop chips. They should be, because chippies are always greasy as hell. Oh. Ooh. Trying to figure out how I did this now. Give me like that, and then that maybe? Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're looking at something kind of like that. Kind of. The problem is bringing the damn thing in line with everything else. Come on. Play nice. Feel like I need at least a little bit of room there. Like that, so if I don't go any further than say there, that means that I need to... Well, or there, it means I need to rotate that a bit. Double six. I just figure something like that kind of works, and then I just need to go maybe that way. Ah, that's where we start having problems. Can I don't mind if I have a little bit of the gap there. What I do mind is the goddamn head unit clipping. Is this armor just like screwing me over here? Is that it? No, it isn't. It's the one that I've put on myself. I thought that was going to be a win for me there, but no, it isn't. It's that there. If I can just get that fixed in position without it looking crap. Oh. Problem is, if I do that, it goes all the way out there. So I've really got to rein in the head unit there a little bit. I'm gonna have to try that at the front. Hang on. I can copy F to G. Align that and mirror F. That's not actually... Am I kidding? That's a funny angle. This is why the rider was a pain in the butt as well. It needs to be more like... It needs to be more like that. I hate this game sometimes. The only other thing I can think of doing would be to rotate the entire piece. So instead of having it that way, we do it that way instead. And then work that way. Fuck me. Right, that way. They're starting to get mass builder fatigue again. No, like legit, I was kind of annoyed because I was enjoying this build for a while, and then like the head units I've never done on stream because of how stressful they are, and it's turning from a nice situation into one where I'm just like, nah, screw it, and just delete the entire thing. And I'm getting that wound up by it, and I know some people in chat are gonna be like, dude, you should just go to bed and everything. It's like I just want it done, man. I just want it done. It's driving me up the wall. Like seriously, all I wanted to do is get this done. Do you have clamp too? No. See if I can just... Try this. For the visor. The visor's brassing me off as well. Feel like if I can somewhat make it a little bit easier on me. Right. If I can just do like that. Try that. This is a totally different way of doing a visor to what I would normally, but trying to push it out in such a way that it would work a little bit easier for me. Kind of getting there by the looks of it. Okay, that's... Do you have the ring accessory? Which one's that again? Let's try and push that back, because that looks a lot more like a face mask than the previous part. Let's see. Right, okay. And then if I put the other one over the top of that, then we should be getting somewhere. Like, if I throw that in, that might actually go over the top pretty nice. What the... I can hear Rachel laughing here. It's getting me upset because I just want to go upstairs. You do, it's in your primitives. Oh, I think I get where you're going with this. Hang on. Use that to build the HUD. I'll have a look in a sec. Hang on. Just trying to see if I can get this. Oh, it's looking. It's kind of looking alright. Kinda. Well, obviously look better when Jen's not dropping the phone on the floor upstairs. The problem here is the back of that head unit. It's such a pain in the butt. Maybe I just like do it as a sphere. Right, and then we just go... So I do need that filled in anyway. That, right? It's looking neat. The actual face mask bit isn't too bad right now, and the glow from the emissives will help clean it up. I just hate the fact that like the side of the head here just looks crap at the moment. That's not actually too bad. Like, if I take the paint, right, and I do that, and we just go, like, where is it? Blue. And we do, eye flare color. Excuse me. Then that's not too bad. That camouflage is that. I just need to get this goddamn head thing done. Oh, I see what you mean. Interesting. Interesting choice. Oh. Oh, that is handy. Son of a bitch. Did not know this thing existed. You motherfucker. If this literally works and just ends up being a, yeah, I'm calling it, I'm going home, I'm going to bed kind of situation, I'm going to be pissed, kind of, because one, it's helpful, but two, at the same time, it's like, seriously? Seriously? You know, it was just that? You know. Let's see if it'll work before I start celebrating. I reckon we need something like that, really. Right. I'm not so sure about that. Cause the angle on it. Hang on. Cause I figure the angle needs to be something like that. If I can get the rest of the head. If I can get the rest of the head to match that. Hang on. Right. Let's try. Again, it's not a case of like, we've won, we're going home. Well done, guys. It's this bit here. It's the front of the head there, the forehead. Was it A? Yeah. It's that bit. I need to adjust it. It almost looks like it's too far forwards. Hang on. Let's have a look at it if I do it. Do it like there. Come on, you son of a bitch. Right, still doesn't really match with it, and I'm not quite sure why. Something seems off. Like, even though the shape looks a little better, something's off about it. Maybe it's the, maybe it's the angle of that? Hang on. Ooh. That kind of looks a... It's gotta be the visor, hasn't it? Like, the visor goes back there. That looks better. I'm just trying to figure it. It's getting there, but it's still not there, if you get what I mean. What's... And there's something under it as well that's pissing me off, and I don't... That bit there, hang on. B and C, maybe? Yeah, it is. Which exit? The D. Specifically the D. Thank you very much. Sorry about sneezing into the mic again. Feel like it's just tweaks here that need to be done, but I'm not so sure about that head now. Like, it's so close, and yet it still just feels off. Maybe it's because of how fat the head is. Because the head genuinely feels like it's ridiculously fat. Like, hang on, is it because the armor? Right, want to equip that. Maybe it's the cheeks that I've used that they're just too thick there. Like, hang on. Problem is, if I do that, it brings that problem again. And then if I try doing that, then it brings that problem. It's so goddamn close. Like, brassing me off because it's making me want to take the Pale Rider head because another Pale Rider head works. Because that just, yeah, it looks fat. It's legit making me want to install the new version so I can copy the goddamn parts. Because everything else is great. It's just the freaking head unit. I'm gonna clear it. I'm legit gonna clear it. Like, I don't care right now. I'm gonna clear it. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna have to look at my other builds. I really wish I didn't clear that one, but okay, let's clear that. I'm gonna have to look at the Gundam builds and see how I approach this, because this is so freaking annoying. It's legit almost there. Like, you can see it looks pretty damn good. If I can just get the head unit, we're done. Love the way I can't even, like, move frames, seemingly. Maybe I should just start with what I used to do the Gundam builds with, which was building around that face. That is unbelievably close, but I feel like it's the shape. It's making me really angry. Like, no joke. I don't want to be angry, but it's doing my head in so much. Maybe I deliberately, like, try and redesign the head bit in a certain way that makes it look like it's gonna work from the get-go. Like, was... So I've outlined the shape of the visor, maybe that'll work. Well, I'm gonna go to bed in a sec anyway. I just trying to see if I can get even just like a base shape here, like that. If you were going off anything that would look kind of remotely like it, then maybe building around that would work. You know, something like that. Because that's pretty much it. That is kind of it. If I can build something like that, then essentially we'd be cooking. You know, like I could legit just paint that now, and everybody would think it was a Jegan. I'm just so I'm just angry. I really am angry at this because it should be done. The rest of it's great. Just gonna take a screenshot of it. Use that as a thumbnail. Right, gentlemen, I'm gonna get going. It's way too late. I should have been in bed like an hour ago. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.